Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of Play-by-Play with JJ for another Phillies cast. My name is Jason Joseph. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic night. NFL season starts tonight, but also, just as importantly, the Phillies are on tonight as well, as they are playing in their 140th game of the season, which is really hard to believe. Game 140 coming up for the Fightins. So let's see how they do tonight, as they will be at Lone Depot Park taking on the Miami Marlins for the fourth and final time of the season. And they start off a 4-game set tonight as well. So it'll be Ranger Suarez taking the bump against Adam Oller. And we'll get into the pitching matchups in just a little bit. But the Phillies, they came off of another nice win against the Toronto Blue Jays. They had a really good series. Of course, they came back in the first series after trailing 6-1 and ended up winning by a final score of 10-9. And in the final game that they played, there wasn't really a whole lot of offense in that game, but the Phillies did just enough, and they got the job done. And Christopher Sanchez pitched really well. And you needed them to just have a clean game, and they did. So, good sweep for the Phillies, a 2-game sweep against the Toronto Blue Jays. And the Phillies now are looking to extend their winning streak to 5 games in a row, which would be really nice against the Miami Marlins. All right, so let's get into these pitching matchups. So let's change the screen for just a second. There we go. Again, hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Ranger Suarez is going to be on the bump for tonight's game, and the guy that he's going up against will be Adam Oller. Suarez this season does have an 11-6 record and a 3.02 earned run average, along with 128 strikeouts on the season. He has faced the Marlins twice this year and has allowed a total of 6 earned runs in 11 2/3 of an inning, and has also given up 4 walks and has 9 strikeouts. And the last time that he pitched, just wanted to talk a little bit more about that, he did okay. He went 4 innings, he allowed 4 earned runs. He didn't have his best stuff against the Atlanta Braves, but he's sort of looking to have a bounce-back performance. It wasn't the worst outing of his career, wasn't the best outing of his career either, though. So you need them to do really well on the mound tonight. The other guy, that's Adam Oller. Well, he is getting his first start against the Phillies this season. The last time he pitched was on Friday, August 30th, and he went 6 innings, had 8 strikeouts, no runs allowed. And the outing before that, he pitched really well, and that was against the Cubs. That was on Sunday, August 25th, where he went 5 2/3. He had 6 strikeouts, 2 walks allowed, 4 hits, 1 earned run as well. He did pretty good in that outing. Is my live chat working? Where is my live chat? Is my live chat working or no? Here we go. What's going on, Denver? What's up, everybody? I don't know why my live chat's not working, but it isn't. All right, Jane's here. David's here. Denver's here as well. And we're just about ready to get underway. So let's copy, paste this. And let's try to get this chat up and running on OBS. Let's do this. Testing. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, good. So the chat works on OBS as well. Nice stuff. Good. Great. All right, so the Phillies lineup will look like this. It'll be Kyle Schwarber leading things off. Trey Turner. Then it's Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, Bryson Stott, JT Realmuto, Brandon Marsh, Cody Clemens, and Johan Rojas. And the pitch, and that is taken up high for ball 1 to Kyle Schwarber. And we are underway. Oller on the bump. Adam Oller, that is. And the 1-0 pitch, and that's fouled away. Phillies are in their gray tops, gray bottoms, have the red high socks on as well. Schwarber is up to bat. He's hitting .248. and has 32 homers and 89 RBI as well. Has 4 homers in his last 2 games. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oller gets at the belt and delivers and throws a curveball that just catches the outside corner for strike 2. Phillies are 83 and 56, which is good for first place in the NL East, of course. Marlins are 52 and 87. So they're last in the NL East and are 31 games behind the Phils. And the 1-2 pitch, strike 3 called on the inside corner. And Kyle Schwarber strikes out looking, and there's 1 away. Crew chief for tonight's game, it'll be Nate Tomlinson. That is the home plate umpire behind the plate. David Rackley's over at first base. Larry Vanover is the second base umpire, and Chris Siegel is going to be over at third. Here's Trey Turner to the plate, and he takes a slurve that misses badly outside. Skip Schumacher is the manager for the Miami Marlins. Now Stoudemire is the pitching coach. Then you got Brent Brown, who is the hitting coach, and Luis Urieta, who is the bench coach. Next pitch, and that's taken for ball 2. Trey Turner is third in the National League in batting average. He is up to bat. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. And did that catch the jersey? And it said that it did not, and Turner was trying to get an explanation, but they're not going to review this. It is a 3-0 count to Trey. What's up, Snowman? What's going on, Patricia? How you all doing? 3 balls, no strikes, and the next pitch, red light all the way, but Turner takes it at the kneecaps for strike 1. So Schwarber struck out looking. Turner's up to bat, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike to him. And the pitch, here it is, swing and a miss. 4-seamer at 95 miles per hour. Mentioned that the Phillies are in their gray tops, gray bottoms. That's their away jerseys. They have the white P as their logo on the red helmets. And the 3-2 on the way. And that should have been called strike 3, but Trey Turner gets on with a walk, and the Phillies will certainly take that. It's a 1-out walk allowed by Adam Oller. It was right at the kneecaps. That was a really good pitch. This guy, when he's on the money, this guy is pretty good. So now it's Bryce Harper, who did not play in his last game, and takes the pitch inside for a ball. Actually, he left early in the last game after being hit by a pitch, But he is back in the lineup tonight. One ball, no strikes. Oller kicks and delivers, and that is fouled away. Defensively for the Fish, on the bump is Oller. Catcher, it'll be Nick Fortes. Then over at first base, as we take a look at the infielders, Jonah Bride's at first, Otto Lopez is at second, Jake Berger's at third, and Xavier Edwards is the shortstop. 1-1 delivery, and that's up high for ball 2. Left fielder is Kyle Stowers, who they acquired at the trade deadline from the Baltimore Orioles. Then you have Christian Pache, former Philly, playing out in center field, and David Hensley is the right fielder. Toss back over to first, and Turner dives back in there safely. Just to recap, 2 balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Schwarber struck out looking, and Trey Turner got on with a walk. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch outside. We got a $5 donation from Steven Lowren. I hope I said that correctly. What's up, Steven? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the dono, my guy. Appreciate it. if this thing works. 3-1 pitch, and that's up high for ball 4. And Harper does get on with a walk. That's really weird. There we go. Thank you so much for the $5 dono. Back-to-back walks allowed by Adam Oller. Top of the first, 1 out. Phillies up to bat. And Nick Castellanos is going to have the baton passed to him. Gotta tell you that Nick has been really hitting the ball well over his last 5 games. He has 3 hits. Over his last 3 games, he has 3 hits in 12 at-bats, but he has 4 RBI. The pitch to Castellanos, swing and a miss. And the count is 0-1. Stott waits in the on-deck circle. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And Oller stares back at second, and Turner is going to go over to third, but the next pitch is fouled away. And they tried to do a double steal as Harper was going to go over to second, but they have to retreat. Adam Oller, the 29-year-old from Conroe, Texas. He's a right-handed pitcher. Mentioned that he's had a very good last 2 starts, and the 0-2, swing and a miss on a slurve. That's his out pitch, and he gets his second strikeout of the inning. Just chased after that. 2 outs and 2 runners on. And here's Bryson Stott up to bat. And the pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball. Stott hitting .241 this season. Does have 10 home runs as well. He's looking to get on here. And the 1-0 delivery is outside, way outside for ball 2. Stott is hitting .360 against the Marlins this season. He has been a Marlins killer, going all the way back to the grand slam that he hit during the wild card series last year. 2-0 pitch. That's taken on the outside edge for strike 1. And the count is now 2-1. You know, one of their pitchers that the Phillies have loved to tee off against, Sandy Alcantara, had a UCL or had surgery, Tommy John surgery, to repair the UCL in his right elbow. And the next pitch, and that is fouled away. That's why he's been out for the whole entire season. So 2-2 is the count. He's 28 years old now, Alcantara. And the pitch. There's a line drive hit out over to left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Turner's rounding third, and he will easily score. Harper stops at second. And the Phillies get an RBI single from Bryson Stott as he continues to just destroy the Miami Marlins. And it's 1-0 Philadelphia. Don't have to hit it hard, just got to put it in the right spot, and that's what Stott did. And that's also the first hit of the day by Philadelphia. And the Phillies lead it 1-0. Pencils in the chat for Bryson Stott. And the pitch. That is taken high and inside for a ball. Former Marlin JT Realmuto is up to bat. I like how the Phillies have been able to get on the board early over these last 4 games. The pitch. And there's a strike. It's really over the last 3, but 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, and 2 runners on base. And the pitch to JT, there's a fly ball hit out over to right field, and going back on it to make the catch is Hensley. He lost it in the lights, turned over the wrong shoulder, and just made the catch to record out number 3. Phillies do get 1 run, though, thanks to an RBI single by Bryson Stott. And we head to the bottom of the first. The Marlins are coming up to bat. All right. So that was a good inning. That was a very good inning. Nice. All right. So we go to the bottom of the first. Xavier Edwards will lead things off for the Marlins. Then it'll be Connor Norby, who was DHing. Jake Berger is over at third base and is batting third in the lineup. Then it's Jonah Bride, who is over at first base, batting in the cleanup spot as well. Otto Lopez takes the duties over at second base, batting fifth. David Hensley is the right fielder, and he's hitting sixth in tonight's lineup for the Fish. Batting seventh will be Kyle Stowers. He is playing out in left field. And then it's Christian Pache, the center fielder. He is batting eighth in the lineup. And then Nick Fortes has the catcher duties behind the plate and will be batting ninth. So just to recap, it's Xavier Edwards, Connor Norby, Jake Berger, Jonah Bride, Otto Lopez, David Hensley, Kyle Stowers, Christian Pache, and Nick Fortes, all out there for the Fish. Hi, everybody. Thank you all again so much for tuning in. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for Phillies baseball, Eagles football, and 76ers basketball. That's what we do on here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on those notification bell icons. We just got news today that Seth Johnson will be called up to start for the Phillies on Sunday. And Scott Lauber, somebody who covers the Phillies from the Philadelphia Inquirer, does a really good job. Talks about it in his article, just about Seth Johnson getting the call up, which will be really cool. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But in regards to tonight's game, Ranger Suarez gets the nod. This is outing number 23 for Ranger. He's looking to go 12-6. He's 11-6 right now with a 3.02 ERA. And the first pitch by Ranger is taken on the inside corner for strike one. It was a slider. What's up, Tony? Doing pretty good. The ball is 1 strike. Edwards hitting 341. And the pitch, check swing. He went around. There was not even an appeal. Edwards has had a really good season for the Fish, batting 341, and has been a hitting machine for them. Just 1 homer and 18 RBI, though. But they don't really get too many base runners. The pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball. Ended up going 2 for 5 in his last game on Wednesday against the Nationals. The 1-2 delivery. That's outside, way outside for ball 2. So the Phillies lead at 1-0 thanks to an RBI single by Bryson Stott in the top of the first. We're in the bottom of the first. It's Xavier Edwards who's up to bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Ranger Suarez is on the bump. And the 2-2 pitch. There's a little comebacker that's hit over to Ranger Suarez, and he throws it over to first in time. Took a little bounce within a flash, and Ranger flashes the leather and gets the first out. Ranger threw 78 pitches in his last outing. And the pitch, and there's a ball. It's taken down low. Norby is up to bat. And the next pitch is a curveball that's taken on the outside corner for strike one. Ranger has both of his buttons, or his top buttons undone. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. That came in at 89 miles per hour. On the 4-seamer. What's up, KGB? How you doing, man? 1-2 pitch. And there is a ball that's taken in the dirt. It was a 4-seamer at 90. Just keeping our eyes on the radar gun to see how fast Ranger's throwing because he looks a little bit off. 2-2 pitch. And there's a changeup that is hit out over to center field. And Rojas comes running down to make the catch over towards second base. And out number 2 is made. 2 up, 2 down. And Jay Berger's coming up. On the defensive side of the diamond, the Phillies have JT behind the plate. Rangers on the bump. And the infielders from first to third will be Harper, Stott, Turner's at short, and the third baseman's Cody Clemens today. And Berger stares at a curveball that just misses the zone. It was a little down. Left fielder's Brandon Marsh. Center fielder's Yohan Rojas. And the right fielder's Nick Castellanos. And the 1-0 swing and a miss. That was a cutter that came in at 85. That was up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gotta tell you, Berger's had a better second half of his season. He's batting .286 during the second half since the All-Star break with 15 homers and 25 RBI. Just batting .225 in the first half with 10 homers and 25 RBI. The 1-1 pitch, and there's a broken bat blooper that's hit out over towards shallow center field. Stott says he has it, and he'll make the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning thrown by Ranger Suarez. And the Phillies go to the top of the second inning, and they lead it 1-0 in Miami. Okay. Adequate. Okay. Answer the poll question down below, and let me know, is Rob Thompson still on the hot seat? Yes or no? I said on the video, I think it's been about 2 weeks, I said that he had 10 games to figure it out. 10 games, and he had to average an A for those 10, he had to average above a C for those 10 games. And if he did, and if the mean or the average came out to a C, then he had an extra 5 games to figure it out. And then if it was 5 and it was a C, then it was 3. And then it went down to 1. But anyhow, in the 10 games, it was at a C. And then after that, it was an A for the next 5 games. So Rob is off my hot seat right now. But is he still on your hot seat? That doesn't dismiss this playoff run. I think he has to have a really good playoffs, and he has to have the Phillies get to the World Series. And if he doesn't do that, then he's back on the hot seat. But that's the way that I look at it. What say you, though? Is Rob Thompson on your hot seat? Yes and no? No, it's either a yes or a no. I don't take a yes and no. Elaborate on that. What do you guys have to say? Who's excited about the NFL tonight? Let me know down below. Who do you pick? What's your final score prediction for the Phillies game? And what's your final score prediction for the Thursday night football game? Here's Brandon Marsh, who will be leading things off. 7, 8, and 9 due up in the order. And Marsh swings and misses at a 95-mile-per-hour fastball right down the pike. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. No balls, 1 strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Jane says he's on the hot seat until he gets to the World Series. But you said yes and no, so why isn't he on the hot seat? No balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. Oller kicks and fires, and it's up high for a ball. I tell you, the Marsh has been putting up better at bats for sure. And the 1-2 delivery to Marsh, and that should have been on the outside corner for a called strike 3, but it's called a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch to Marsh is in the dirt for ball 3. Marsh is hitting .378 over his last 11 games with 2 homers, 4 doubles, and 5 RBI, and a 1.138 OPS. That's really good. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. And the payoff pitch, here it is, swing and a miss. And Marsh strikes out, and there's the 3rd strikeout today from Oller. So Cody Clemens will be coming on up to bat now. Oller, as we mentioned, is 29 years old. You guys start with the Oakland Athletics. Played with them from 2022 to 2023. And has been a member of the Marlins ever since. Really was a member of the Mariners, as he was claimed off of waivers. Then he went to the Guardians, and then the Marlins took a chance on him. Clemens takes the first pitch for a strike. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Larry's getting his teams mixed up, or his games mixed up. He says that the Phillies will win 28-23, and the Ravens will win 7-3. The ball's 2 strikes. 1 out. Top of the second. Phillies have a 1-0 advantage. The 0-2. How about that slurve that just came back right down the middle? And Oller gets his 4th strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Oller. Again, you just don't anticipate what he's going to throw. You can go with a fastball, or you can go with that type of a pitch where, you know, it's sort of like a lost art when he throws that slurve. That thing is deadly. He throws another one here to Yohan Rojas as he takes it at the kneecaps for strike 1. Jane, I'll get back to your comment in just a few moments. I got you. Rojas batting .237, then the 0-1, another swing and a miss on another slurve. And that's going to make the count now 0-2. Oller really seems like he's just in a groove right now. He's 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighs 225 pounds. And again, he's a righty. 0-2 pitch, check swing. He did not go, says the first base umpire. Oller in the month of August went 16 1/3, allowed 6 earned runs, and he had 16 strikeouts as well. And the 1-2 pitch is high for ball 2. Mentioned that against the Giants, he went 6 innings and only allowed 2 hits. And had 8 strikeouts, 2 walks allowed as well. And the next pitch sails outside and low for ball 3. We have a full count to Yohan Rojas. 40 pitches so far by Adam Oller. 22 strikes and 18 balls. And the 3-2 pitch, line drive caught over at third by Jake Berger. And there's a 1-2-3 inning as the bottom of the order can't get on base for the Phils, and we head to the bottom of the second. Phillies lead at 1-0. So going back to the whole Rob Thompson thing, Jane Grammer said yes and no. He is and he isn't on the hot seat, and I asked her why. Why is he not on the hot seat? She told me that he has to get to the World Series for one thing, for him being on the hot seat, but he's not on the hot seat. Jane says if he doesn't, then he's gone. If they lose in the World Series, he did enough of his job. He's not on the hot seat because of what you said. He turned it around enough to not give up on. Yeah, well, but so they make it to the World Series, great. What if they get swept? If they get swept and they get outplayed by the Baltimore Orioles or the Cleveland Guardians or whoever, right? They get swept and they get outmanaged, they get outplayed. Does he deserve to be on the hot seat for that? That's my next question. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. What's up, CeeLo? How you doing, man? How's vacation going for you? Does that start tonight? Make sure y'all go subscribe to On The Go with CeeLo. Larry says, if we lose in the NLCS again, he won't be on the hot seat, but he should be. He won't be on the... So you're saying that the Phillies won't have him on the hot seat, but he should be. Yeah, I need to see how they lose, but with the premise, I agree. Yes. I'm there now. I think Rob's good unless there is some total... Unless there is a total and catastrophic collapse. So you're saying, Hot Corner, if last year happens again, where you got to play a team like the Diamondbacks, and you have the series in the bag, and they just fail, then you should be back on the hot seat. Correct? The pitch. And there is a strike called. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. To Jonah Bride. Guess who's maybe going to the Marlins versus Phillies tomorrow? Oh, no way. The pitch. Line drive over to left field for a base hit, and Jonah Bride gets the first hit of the day off of Ranger Suarez. Nice. Enjoy. Tickets are so cheap behind the box. It's $18. All right. Nice. You'll have to, you'll have to place yourself. Maybe we'll see you. Maybe we'll see you on NBC Sports. That'd be really cool. Comes out of Lopez. Takes a ball just outside. I'll take a picture. I'll take a picture as we're streaming. I'll take like a little selfie. And I'll have a CeeLo in the back. 1-0 pitch. There's a foul ball. So Ranger on the bump has 18 total pitches. Got a 1-2-3 inning in the first. And allowed a leadoff single to start off the second. 1-1 pitch is a changeup. And it's low for a ball. That sounds good, says CeeLo. I like the sound of that. Hit that like button and hit the subscribe button as well. 2-1 pitch. High and away. Otto Lopez is 25 years old. This is his 4th MLB season. He's from the Dominican Republic. Has been playing as a middle infielder. 3-1 pitch. Good sinker that just catches the inside plaque for strike 2. Guys, today is September 5th. It's crazy. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over to second. This could be 2. The throw over the shortstop. There's 1. Turner's throw over to first. And Lopez barely beats it out. Definitely has a lot of speed. And can fly. So that's just a 4-6 fielder's choice. And David Hensley will have the baton passed to him. Lopez was originally on the Toronto Blue Jays. Played with them from 2021 to 2022. As the pitch to Hensley is low for a ball. Signed with the Blue Jays as an international free agent on July 4th of 2016. So now Hensley's at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch is inside for ball 2. This Marlins team has certainly had a lot of roster reconstruction, if you will, throughout this whole entire season. And not just from the roster, but personnel as well. Pitch, and there's a foul ball. Two balls, 1 strike, and the pitch is low. We had a Kim Ying, who was the general manager for the Marlins, and she got let go. 3-1 pitch, and there's a high bouncer over to first, and that's all that they're going to get because Otto Lopez was going to swipe second base. So it's just a ground out, and Lopez transitions over to second base. So that's why Peter Bendix is there as the new general manager after Kim Ying lost her job. And the pitch, and there's a strike taken right down the pike to Kyle Stowers. He's batting .224 this year. He does have 3 long balls and 20 RBI, formerly on the Baltimore Orioles. The 0-1 pitch, and that is fouled off. All right, JJ, here's my proposal, says KGB. If these Phils don't make the World Series this year or next year, he's going to give them 2 years. I want Rob gone. Okay. The ball's 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the second. The Phillies lead at 1-0. Marlins are up to bat. 2 outs and a runner on over at second. Then the 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. And Ranger Suarez gets his first strikeout of the game and records the final out of the inning. And gets Stowers to chase. And we head to the top of the third. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. And the Phillies lead at 1-0 as we head to the third inning in Miami. Climb to the top rope, pose for the crowd, leap high into the air, and drop an elbow on that like button, baby, says the Broken Tables pod. That's how you make an entrance into play-by-play with JJ's Laboratory. Love it. Love it, man. What's going on, dude? Drop your link down below. I want more people to subscribe to you guys as well. Y'all do an incredible job with what you do, and I have a lot of mad love and respect for y'all. What else do we got? CeeLo, if you go, you got to make a sign that says subscribe to Play by Play. You don't have to do that, man. You don't have to put me on blast. You really don't. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. I want you to just go and have fun, man. That's all I ask. You know, there's no need to do that for me. Okay, no plugs, none of that. Just go be yourself and go have fun. Okay, but I do appreciate KGP. You're funny, man. I appreciate that, and I know that you mean it in good. But yeah. KGB, you know JJ's my guy. Bro, you're my guy, bro. You really are. Pete, what's going on, man? How is New Orleans life? Deep South shout out from New Orleans. Digging JJ's broadcast and, of course, the fightin' Phils, baby. Ugh, we have an itch. I don't know why, like, my nose never really gets itchy, but every time I'm, like, on a call here, it just does. First pitch to Schwarber, and he rips one out to right field, and that's going to go all the way towards the wall. He'll try to slide into second base safely, and he does, and gets on with a leadoff double to start off the top of the third as Schwarber flashes through all the way to second base and gets his 19th double of the season. It was really hustling and just put the ball in a really good spot. And just bamboozled it out to right field. Don't even know if that's a word and if I use that correctly, but whatever. Trying something new in JJ's Laboratory. The pitch to Trey Turner, and there's a high fly ball hit out over to center field. It's going to stay in the yard, though, and Pache will be there to make the catch. Schwarber's going to tag up. He'll go over to third. The throw is off the line, and Kyle Schwarber with the small ball. I mean, it was hit pretty deep enough, but still, Kyle Schwarber is not one of the fastest people on the team, but he did get a good jump. I got to tell you, he definitely did everything that he could there. And Turner gets high fives for getting Schwarber over to third. And now it's Bryce Harper's turn to come on up. Oller's still pitching, by the way. He does have 4 strikeouts, 1 run allowed so far. And the pitch to Harper is high and away. What's going on? Phillies got their first run in the first on an RBI single by Bryson Stott. Oller gets at the belt and fires the pitch to Harper. Bouncing ball hit over to first, and Schwarber won't even have enough to advance, and the gobble is made, and the tag is made as well by the first baseman, Jonah Bride, as he just scooped it up, and Harper not able to get Schwarber home. It was on top of, looked like it was a slurve, and just a high bouncer over to first, and nobody would have been able to score there. So now it's Castellanos, and he takes one way up high at 93. Like and subscribe, baby. What's up, Katie? George! 1-0 pitch, and Castellanos just lays that one off. Nathan Ackerman, who covers the Phillies, posted that Ranger Suarez has averaged about 90.9 miles per hour on his sinker and 92 on his four-seamer. Was right about those numbers in his first 2 starts off the IL, as the next pitch is fouled away. But tonight, he is at 88.3 on his sinker and 89 on the four-seamer. So the velocity definitely has dipped. Just keep your eye on it. 2-1 to Casty, and he just lays it off for ball 3. Y'all are the best. Y'all. I don't have anything to say. 3-1 pitch. Line drive caught at third by Berger. That was a rocket. And Nick Castellanos probably would have gotten a hit anywhere else. It was just hit right at Jake Berger. And the inning is over. No runs. 1 man left after a leadoff double by Schwarber. He gets stranded over at third base. And it's time to go to the bottom of the third. It's still a 1-0 lead for the Phils against the Fish. All right. Steele home. Got those Fred Flintstone legs going, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Front Office Sports just tweeted out, the Chiefs are excited and ready to welcome Taylor Swift back to more NFL games this season. And the team wants to make sure the coverage and her experience aren't overwhelming. I'll have to read more of that article. Thought that they had something else to say about that. I really did. Come on, two Nicky 2 buttons. What's up, Tom? What's up, everybody? Hello, Will. William's here. Tom and William are here. What's going on? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Turn on the notification bell icons. It's time now for On This Day in Phillies History. Today is September 5th. As we just mentioned, it's hard to believe that September is already flying by. The first was 4 days ago, and it's already the 5th. That is like the stupidest statement I've ever made. But the whole point of that statement was to say that time really is flying by. On September 5th of 1913, according to Broad and Pattison, in a doubleheader against the Red Sox, the Phils score only once in 19 innings. And they win the first game 1-0. then play to a 10-inning scoreless tie in the nightcap. For Stadium Lights, it was in 1913, so it makes a lot of sense. Ranger Suarez in the pitch, swinging the miss. Up to bat is Christian Pache, former Philly. How about Dodgers player Don Newcomb in 1955 on this day? Single-handedly beat the Phillies, earning his 20th victory of the year while hitting a 3-run homer. In the pitch, swinging the miss. That was Newcomb's 7th homer of the year, setting a new record for National League pitchers at the time. No balls, 2 strikes. Suarez gets set at the letters and delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was at 91 miles per hour on the 4-seam fastball. And Ranger gets his 2nd strikeout of the day. So back-to-back strikeouts dating back to the end of the 2nd inning. That's how Ranger starts off the 3rd, and that was a good pitch. That's more like Ranger. This time he throws a sinker that catches 89 on the inner 3rd for strike 1 to Nick Fortes. Happy birthday to Rod Barajas. Do you remember Rod Barajas? Former backup catcher for the Phils. Today he is 49 years old. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's also Calvin Maduro's birthday as well. He was born in 1974 on this day. Jeff Brantley was born on this day too, back in 1963. So he is 61 years old. 2-1 pitch on the way. That is outside for ball 3. So the previous pitch was taken for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fortes batted just 185 in the first half. And he's hitting 333 in the second half. The next pitch, that's taken inside for ball 4. And Fortes gets on with a 1-out walk. JJ, you getting hyped for the Sixers? No. I mean, yes, like I'll be excited once the season starts and I'm proud of who they got, but man, I'm just in the moment right now with baseball and football. That's all that I really want to focus on. It's keeping me busy now. The pitch, that's taken for a strike. I'm excited for the Sixers though. Like, don't get me wrong. They have to do well though this year. You know, there's expectations. Not saying that there's not expectations on the Phillies, but it's been, you know, we know what the ceiling is. So, the pitch, and that's fouled away. Xavier Edwards grounded out in the first. He's batting .339 this season. Rangers' pitch count is at 40 pitches. Just through 2 1/3. 0-2 pitch on the way. On the outside corner, called strike 3. And 3 strikeouts in the last 4 at-bats by Suarez. And Connor Norby is coming up. I mean, that was a cutter that ended up being 84 that just danced over towards the outside edge and went straight down to the kneecaps. And how about the curveball here that's had a lot of movement. And Norby takes that one at the knees for strike 1. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 0-1 pitch, foul ball on another curveball. It was heading inside. Mike Lieberthal and Jimmy Rollins on this day, back in 2004, they went deep in the 3rd inning on the way to a 4-2 win over the Mets. And they also set a new team record for most homers at home in a season. 0-2 pitch, and that's taken outside. So that bests the mark of 101 set in 1977. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way. There's a line drive hit out of center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So that's going to put runners over at first and second base with 2 outs. And Norby gets aboard for his first time today. This just stopped working. Yeah, it did. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. Turn on those bell icons as well. Of course, this stopped working. The pitch to Berger, and he fouls that one away. Pitch. And there's a ball taken inside. See if this one works. Good. All right, we're back on track. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jake Berger. And the next pitch, and there is a line drive that is a foul ball towards the third base net. First base coach is John Jay for the Miami Marlins. Their third base coach is Jody Reed. 1-2, and that's taken high for ball 2. John Jay, what a career he had. He's 39 years old now. Played for the Cardinals, the Padres, the Cubs, the Royals, the Diamondbacks, the White Sox, and the Angels. 2-2 pitch. There's a foul ball. Retired with the Angels back in 2021. He did end up winning a World Series with the Cardinals back in 2011. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch to Jake Berger. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Ranger Suarez with another strikeout. And the inning is over. No runs, 2 men left. And it's time to go to the top of the 4th. The Phillies are still up 1-0. And Stott, who gave the Phillies the 1-0 lead, will lead things off in the top of the 4th. Okay. Yeah, not only does he chase those up and in pitches, but he just chased a pitch that was down. So, don't forget to like and subscribe. Use what all the time? What are we using? Even the Phillies can go 17-6 to get 100 wins. I think anything is possible. And I'm not just like being cliche about it. I do. I think that they can. Will they? I think that's a little bit of a reach, but I think that they can do it. I do think. So they're at 83 wins right now, right? They would essentially, if we're looking at the schedule, let's do that right now, shall we? Okay, so this is game number 140. So that means that there's 22 games left after this one. Okay? They would essentially have to almost like, I don't want to say be perfect, but they would have to sweep the Marlins. Right? They'd have to sweep the Marlins. They'd have to probably sweep Tampa Bay. If they sweep the Marlins, why am I making this more complicated than it has to be? They'd be at 87. And then if they sweep Tampa Bay, then they're at 90. They could lose 2 of 3 to the Mets. That's 91. Lose 2 of 3 to the Brewers. That's 92. Split the series against the Mets and then get 94. And then either take 2 of 3 against Chicago and then sweep the Nationals. I think that they can do it. It's possible. It's definitely possible. 1-0 pitch, and that's taken for ball 2. But is it reasonable? I think it's a little bit of a reach. But yeah, it can happen. 2-0 pitch. That looked like it was a little bit outside, but it's called strike 1 to Bryson Stott. Two balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Stott, and that's fouled away. Win numbers don't mean much to me. Well, then, why are you watching this game? If wins don't mean anything to you, I think I get what you're saying. Okay, if wins as you're saying wins as a whole don't mean much to you. Like, you care about the end result. Like, you still like want to watch them. You still care about like how they do, but essentially, you just care about how they do in the playoffs. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Bryson Stott strikes out. The throw over to first is in time by Nick Fortes. Yeah, for sure. I'm looking to just make the postseason. I want to win the division. I want to get the number 1 seed, and I want to get in. I want it all, baby. Pitch to JT. Line drive to right field for a base hit. It takes about 2 bounces just in front of David Hensley, and JT gets aboard with a 1-out single. Just took advantage of a fastball and didn't want to do too much with it. Kept his eyes on it, went the opposite way, got it off the end of the bat, made solid contact, and just got a pitch down the middle, and he took advantage of it. Good for him. Marsh struck out swinging his first time up, and he lays off on a curveball. Would have taken it either way, but it's called a ball. George! We're in the top of the 4th. 1 out. And a runner on at first, and the 1-0 is chopped over towards the first base side. It's a foul ball, though. How about clinch the division than some of the regulars? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Mod Squad, thanks for giving us a total amount of likes. Good stuff. I forgot about that. I got to do a better job at being on y'all about that. Mod Squad, let people know to like and subscribe, too. That's also a part of your job. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Brandon Marsh is high and inside for ball 2. Don't forget about that. That's also part of the job as well. If you don't know what to say, type in like and subscribe. 2 balls, 1 strike to Brandon Marsh. Oller gets set the belt and delivers, and Marsh swings and just fouls off the slurve. Nationals and Pirates are on. Phillies will play the Nationals to end the season. Pirates lead at 5-3. The Reds shut out the Astros today, 1-0. Couldn't believe that when I saw it. It was really wild. 2-2 pitch, and that is high for ball 3. Lauder is the guy that pitched for the Reds today. That's Rhett Lauder, a 22-year-old who did really well. Just pitched 1 outing before. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Marsh, and the pitch up high for ball 4. And JT probably would have been out, really. But thank goodness it's a dead ball, and Brandon Marsh gets on with a walk. There we go. So back-to-back base runners for the Phils, and Cody Clemens, who struck out looking, is due up to bat. How many Phillies-related T-shirts you've got? I don't think I've seen the same one twice. Yes, this is the same one twice. I wore this one 2 days ago. in the pitch. There's one that's taken for a ball. But y'all, I mean, it's hard to notice because y'all, we're not really made for television, right? I mean, we try to make it look like it's for, a live stream, but, this is one shot. This is why they call it the hub. 1-0 pitch. That's taken outside for ball 2. But yeah, it's the same shirt that we wore 2 days ago. 2 balls, no strikes. JT over at second. Marsh over at first. And it's Cody Clemens who's up to bat, hitting 167 with runners in scoring position. 2 homers, though, out of his 4 hits. JT leads off over at second. Oller stares back, and the 2-0 pitch is a slurve that is taken at the knees. First strike, 1. Oh, I'm dumb. No, you're not. Not a lot of people notice it because, again, it's just, that's not why you're here, 2-1 pitch, and there's a ball that's taken in the dirt for ball 3. Sometimes I'm even if I come on here and it's the 5th inning and I'm y'all, did y'all notice that I got a haircut? Not a lot of people notice it because how many people are really paying attention, to those little details? Not a lot. It's nothing bad. That's just how it goes. 3-1 pitch. That should have been a called strike, but Cody Clemens gets on with a walk, and that's going to load the bases. So Yohan Rojas is coming up to bat with bases loaded in the top of the 4th and 1 out. No, you're good, man. No worries. Charge! So now time is called on the mound, and it looks like Mel Stottlemyre Jr., it's always a tongue twister for me, is going to go out there to have a conversation with Adam Oller and all the infielders. So the Phillies, of course, are playing at Lone Depot Park for the rest of the weekend. The capacity at Lone Depot Park is 36,742 for baseball. Ended up opening back on March 5th of 2012. Comes Yohan Rojas, and the first pitch, there's a ground ball hit over to second base, the flip over to shortstop, there's one, the throwback over to first in time, and on the first pitch, Yohan Rojas grounds into a 4-6-3 double play with the bases loaded to end the inning, and that's how you kill a rally. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 still, Phillies lead it. I know the pitch was down the middle, but y'all miss Joe Robbie Stadium? Do you miss playing there? Yes, I did see that, Larry. I did. Yes. I was going to talk about it a little bit later, but yes, I did see that. And I probably should have brought that up before. I made a joke that would happen. Well, it's not funny because it happened. That's the old Marlins Stadium, Joe Robles stadium. Joe Robbie Stadium, sorry. It's about that. Used to be shared with the Miami Dolphins. I liked it there. You don't like baseball in a football stadium, so that's why you didn't like the Vet? What Robbie Stadium? Joe Robbie Stadium. That's where the Marlins used to play before Lone Depot Park opened. It's where, like, Dan Ugla hit his walk-off homers against us, and Hanley Ramirez had a lot of hits against us. Oh, didn't know. Well, you learn something new every single day. But yeah, Joe Robbie Stadium. That's what it's called. I think Jose Fernandez got to pitch there. I know that Stanton got to hit there. So that was like, what, his rookie season? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, as stupid as this sounds, Rojas should have laid down a bunt, the third base line. That is another world of baseball that I would have never considered. Bases loaded, lay down a bunt. That's, I think, a ridiculous idea. But that's just me. The pitch from Ranger Suarez is taken for a strike. Ugla was a Marlin. I only remember him as a Brave. Oh, yeah, he was a Marlin right before he became a Brave. 0-1 pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. Do y'all remember Dan Ugla as a Marlin and Hanley Ramirez and Jorge Cantu? Trying to think of who else. Josh Willingham, another one. Josh Willingham had a good bat. No balls, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 4th. And the pitch. There's a breaking ball that's in the dirt. Oh, no worries. So Ranger on the road this season. This is his 12th game. At a 6-4 record on the road. And a 2.79 ERA. 1-2 pitch. That is in the dirt for ball 2. How long was JT on the Marlins again? 5 years, right? Was it 5 years? It may have been longer than 5 years. I could look that up. 2-2 pitch. That's high and inside for ball 3. Well, he's 33 years old now. Played with the Marlins, 5 years. 2014 to 2018. Yeah, I was right. 3-2 pitch. That is high and away for a ball. Gary Sheffield. Yeah, he was a Met. He was a Marlin too. I don't remember Gary Sheffield as a Marlin. Was that before my time? I watched baseball in 2006. That's when I started watching. So Sheffield, was he a Met or was he a Marlin as well? He was. Yeah, he was a Marlin from 93 to 98. So that was right when I was born. He was a Marlin still. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 4th, and the pitch to Otto Lopez, and there's a foul ball. I'll tell you another name that was a really good player for a couple of years, Justin Bour. Remember when he competed in the home run derby with Aaron Judge? He had a lot of pop in the bat. On 1 pitch, fouled back over towards the screen. Justin Bour is now 36 years old. He's in the KBO. Still. Last major league team he played on was the Angels back in 2019. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. Hit over to third. This could be 2. The throw over the second. There's 1. And they won't get Lopez out over at first base because of his speed. So it's a fielder's choice. And David Hensley comes up. Hudden played for the Phils. Justin Bour, man, he was a good player. Bour was also on the Phillies. I forgot about Justin Bour being on the Phillies. He was on the Phillies in 2018. Toss back over to first base, and Lopez is out as he got picked off by Ranger Suarez. How about that? Good move by Ranger, and there's 2 away. Oh, man. Lopez was sort of caught off guard, and Harper caught it and just tagged him out right on the belly button. And Hensley will take a strike. That's in there. Was at the knees. So there's nobody on, 2 outs. And the 0-1 pitch is off the plate. Hensley's 0 for 1. Grounded out in the second. Batting .244. And the pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. Turner has it. Throws it over to first. And the inning is over. So Ranger does a good job after just allowing a leadoff base runner. He's able to get out of the inning. And we head to the top of the 5th. It's still 1-0. You think he retired who? Justin Bour? He still is around. He's still playing for the KBO. I'm doing good, Ed. How are you? How's everybody on here? We got the Marlins, the Miami Marlins. Yes, sir. I've been, because this whole digital media landscape is still kind of new, right? And it's still kind of developing. I've been not only watching not only listening to other play-by-play announcers, traditional play-by-play announcers, and not only have I looked into casters on here, but I've also really been trying to watch gamers as well, like Valky Ray, who else? QT Cinderella, Pokimane. I've been really trying to diversify, look into other streamers and other big content creators, Mr. Beast, of course, as well. And I've really been trying to take notes from them, and I think that this whole landscape to me is really becoming really interesting, because I think that it is the future, but I think it's also here. I really do. Maya Haiga as well, conservationist with Alvarez Sanctuary. Does a really good job. It'd be really cool to try to one day meet these people. That'd be really cool. Here comes Kyle Schwarber. In the first pitch, check swing, did he go? And third base umpire couldn't tell if he said yes. I guess that they did. Over at third base. No balls, 1 strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch to Schwarber, swing and a miss. Who's having back issues? Oh, you're having back issues? Oh, man. I'm sorry about that, man. The ball's 2 strikes. Whatever you do, don't become a drama reporter. What is that? 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Kyle Schwarber strikes out for the 2nd time today. And there's 1 gone as Adam Oller gets him out. See where this pitch was. It was a good slurve thrown by Adam Oller, just over the center of the plate. The pitch to Turner, fly ball hit out over to left field, not that deep though, and Stowers will track it down over towards his waist and make the catch for out number 2. Sounded good off the bat, but just right at Stowers. Two quick outs as we're in the top of the 5th. Mod Squad, how many likes do we have? Let us know down below. Excuse me. Here's the pitch to Bryce Harper. You got a piece of it, but just fouls it back towards the screen. Oller signed a minor league contract with the Marlins back on July 9th of this season. Played in 6 games with Jacksonville and compiled a 3-0 record and had 24 strikeouts in 25 innings and a 2.88 ERA. 0-1 pitch in the dirt for a ball. And the Marlins were able to add him or select his contract on August 19th. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Time runs out, but the pitch is outside, but it's a called strike by Nate Tomlinson. The 1-2 pitch to Harper, and he grounds this one over towards the middle. It's gobbled up, though, by the shortstop, Xavier Edwards, who tosses it over to first. And a 1-2-3 inning thrown by Adam Oller. Time to go to the bottom of the 5th. Phillies still lead at 1-0 on the RBI single by Stott back in the first. Daniel says, I clicked a Caitlin Clark video. Okay. Well, let me backtrack this. Okay, that is an alliteration, I guess. That's what you call it in figurative language in English. I clicked a Caitlin Clark video, and now all I get suggested are things around her. That is what you call the YouTube algorithm, guys. And for content creators like me, even though I don't like to consider myself a content creator, but for people like me, that's a good thing. But that is how this quote-unquote algorithm works. Whatever you search, they're going to try to find ways to give you more recommended stuff on that, which is good and bad, and for that reason, it's bad. But yes, that is the YouTube algorithm, my friend. What do you think the score will be? I think that the Phillies are going to put up more runs. The Marlins, I don't think are going to put up any more runs. I think that the Phillies will shut out the Marlins today. I usually don't like to give predictions, but I think that Ranger Suarez and the Phillies can shut out the Marlins today. I do. I get it too. I understand the struggle with that because, you know, I was doing that the other day. I think it wasn't Caitlin Clark. It was somebody else. Oh yeah, it was LeBron, and they were showing me MJ videos because of the whole LeBron versus MJ thing. So I get it. 1 ball, no strikes in the pitch. Line drive, foul ball. The YouTube algorithm is your god now. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, yes and no. That's a loaded statement. Yeah. Kyle Stowers is up to bat. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch from Ranger is in the dirt for ball 2. What's up, Asia? How you doing? 2 balls, 1 strike. Ranger Suarez with 67 total pitches. And the pitch on the way. Ground ball towards the right side. Scooped up by Stott. He gets it up. Throws it over to first. And there is the first out. You guys are certainly more than welcome to donate and give back to the community. You can also become a member today. That's what this Stream Elements thing is here for. It's a friendly reminder to like and subscribe. You can also become a member. They do have a link that is posted in the live chat. You can also follow me on socials as well. The pitch on the way, and there's a strike. I was being hyperbolic. All right. It makes sense now from that concept, or from that context. Yes, it does. I don't know why I didn't read it in that context before, but yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. 1-1 strike to Christian Pache, who takes a curveball that's in there for strike 2. Pache was on the Phillies earlier this year, even last year as well, but he was let go after being traded to the Baltimore Orioles. 1-2 pitch, and that is outside for ball 2. Was dropped by the Orioles after being traded from the Phillies alongside Sir Anthony Dominguez. Next pitch on the way, check swing, he did not go, David Rackley says over at first. That was in exchange for Austin Hayes. That was pretty close. Payoff pitch on the way, and there's a high bouncer hit over towards the left side. Ranger has it, throws over to first, got him! Ranger had to go all the way towards the right side of the third base line before he fielded it, and Pache is pretty fast. And Ranger threw a strike over to first, and there's 2 gone. That was a nice play. Let's see again. He's out by about half a step. What an athlete, man. Really. I mean, what an athlete. Comes Fortes, and he chops that one foul. Best fielding pitcher in baseball. It's not even close, KGB. Fortes walked in his first plate appearance. Batting .225 now on the season. That was a really awesome play. Hopefully we gave that call justice. 0-1. Misses low. One ball and 1 strike. And the next pitch, and I don't know what just happened there, but it got underneath JT's glove. And it's a 2-1 count. Mod Squad, how many likes do we have? And how many people are viewing us right now? That literally just got by JT. That go through his glove? Weird. 2 balls, 1 strike to Nick Fortes. Already 77 pitches by Suarez. I wonder if this is going to be his last inning. And the pitch. That's taken low for a ball. 118. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Tom. Appreciate it, Jane. And the pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit. And Castellanos scoops it up. And Fortes gets on for the second time today. Walked in his first at-bat, or plate appearance, and just lined a single into right. Had to let out a good yawn there. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it, man. Xavier Edwards, batting on the right side, stares at a sinker that's in the dirt. It's 8:02 p.m. Eastern Time. The Titans have played the Marlins a total of 524 times. throughout their history, and the next pitch is swung on and missed. Stamuse is awesome, man. It really is. They've scored a total of 2,557 runs. And they had 530 homers. 1-1 on the way. Ground ball hit over towards JT, and he throws it over to first, and it's in time, and the inning is over. No runs, just a 2-out single from Fortes, and that's all she wrote. As we head to the sixth, it's still 1-0. Philadelphia. Phillies have 284 wins in those 524 games, which means if you do the math, that's 240 losses. That's a lot of games, man. 524 games. That's a lot. That's a very good winning percentage. I'll tell you that, a 542 winning percentage. That's pretty good. I like those career head-to-head totals because it makes you realize how long, these two teams have been around. And it gives you an extra perspective on things. I've never heard somebody say I could throw up. That's how excited I am. Usually, when somebody says I could throw up, that means that usually does not go hand in hand with that. That usually means, that game was so disgusting, I want to throw up. That's interesting. I'm not criticizing. I'm not critiquing you. I'm just saying I've never heard that. I'm so excited I could go throw up. That's funny. I think it's funny. Bryce is playing. Yes. Gives me the nerves. Oh, okay, now I understand what you're saying. You're anxious. I get it. Or you can just tune in on here. I mean, we're going to be calling the game anyways, so. And the pitch, and there's a foul ball. I mean, you could just listen to play-by-play with JJ. I'm just saying. You could just listen to play-by-play with JJ. I get it, though. I understand. The ball is 1 strike to Castellanos in the next pitch, and that's taken for strike 2. I don't even know if he heard me. That's true, JJ. Yes. 0-2 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards center field, and tracking it down is Pache, and he's there to make the catch. I understand, though. I get it. So he lines out the center. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. Comes Bryson Stott. Stott is batting on the left side, of course, and takes the pitch for a ball. Don't know why I said that. Whatever. Stott had the RBI single in the first, and that's all the offense the Phillies have had in this game. That's it. Just a total of 3 hits for each team. And the 1-0 pitch, and there is a curveball that's taken on the outside corner for strike 1. One pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Jose Ruiz will loosen up in the Phillies bullpen. Kind of figured that was going to be it for Ranger. 2-1 pitch on the way, and there's a high fly ball hit out to deep right field, and Bryson Stott goes yard. That went into the second deck. And Bryson Stott gets his 11th homer of the season. That went 406 feet, and the Fightins lead it 2-0. And the fish killer does it again. Love it. Good stuff. 2-0 Phils. And now it's JT who comes up, and he takes it outside, way outside for a ball. That was the 11th homer hit by Stott this season. And boy, did the Phillies need that. 1-0 pitch to JT, and he takes down. So the Phillies are making some noise. Bryson Stott has driven in both runs today. 2-0 pitch, way up high for ball 3. That was a good swing, not gonna lie. A really good swing. Definitely put the bat on the ball there. Anthony Veneziano, the left-handed pitcher, is going to get loosened up now in the Marlins pen. 3-0 delivery is taken for strike 1. And Oller settles in and throws the 3-1, and it's down for ball 4. And Real Muto gets on with a walk. He has reached base twice today. Now Brandon Marsh is coming up. Be nice for him to try to get on here. The pitch. And he has a good hack on the swing, but he fouls it off. Marsh is playing out in left field today. 89 total pitches for Adam Oller. Marsh is 26 years old. He's 4 for 9 so far in the month of September after going 19 for 78 in the month of August. The pitch on the way. Line drive hit out of the center field for a base hit. JT's rounding second. He'll go on over to third. And that's going to put runners at the corners as Brandon Marsh gets on with a single. And Cody Clemens is coming up to bat. And the Marlins have some more action in the bullpen. And Skip Schumacher is going to go out there. And that's going to be it for Adam Oller. All right, so Oller's night is done. And we have a pitch and change. Okay, GB, that was his last inning. You didn't see that whatchamacallit was warming up in the bullpen, Jose Ruiz? Yeah, no, that was his last inning. They're not gonna pitch him for another inning. All right, while we're in this little timeout here, hit the thumbs up button, people. People of all ages, listen up. People that are on here, that are tuning into the Play-by-Play with JJ community, I need y'all to do me a solid, a huge solid, and just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those notification bell icons. I give you the best content on here. I really do. We give you play-by-play. I want to be a play-by-play announcer, and that's why we're doing games on here, because this is the future. This is definitely the future for sure. And for some reason, this thing crashed again. I do not like technology sometimes. And I'm grateful for technology because I'm able to do this. But y'all, I cannot stand it sometimes. I really can't. Is it going to work now? What channel do you watch this on? NBC Sports Philadelphia? Your broadcast is way ahead of mine. I'm usually behind people. Yeah, I'm watching this on NBC Philly. Yes. Yes. Rangers on a pitch count. Well, he just came back from an injury. So, you know Rob, he wants to be careful. He's very, very cautious with his guys. Is the live chat working on OBS testing? No? Okay, there we go. Keep the likes coming and keep the subscribers coming as well. Anthony Veneziano is coming up. Glad I gave you guys a laugh. You did. First pitch to Cody, and he takes it for a strike. It's a slider. Veneziano is up to pitch. So Ranger goes 5 innings on 82 pitches. Has 4 strikeouts, no runs, and 3 hits allowed. And the 0-1 pitch. That is low and away for a ball. Renner's doing the NFL rate him later. Sure, why not? It's a good idea. 1-1 pitch. There's a foul ball hit out over to left field. I'm a big fan of Rising Rhino. We're going to be rating him a lot, but might as well start now, I guess. We love him, so. 1 out. We're in the top of the 6th. And the Phillies get another run here. The 1-2 pitch, and that is outside and low. Phillies are winning the regular season series against the Marlins 5-4. They ended up splitting the first series. They won 2 of 3 in the first series. And then split the next series. Next pitch on the way. There's a foul ball. And then they split the 2-game set against the Marlins on August 13th and 14th. Here's the 2-2 to Cody Clemens. Line drive hit out over to left field. That's going to get by the left fielder Stowers for a base hit and go all the way towards the corner. Marsh can fly. He's rounding third. He'll come in to score as JT scores 2. And it's a 2-run opposite field double by Cody Clemens. And the Phillies have doubled their lead 4-0. Clemens, man, just continuing to put up good at-bats for Philadelphia. And now it's Johan Rojas who's coming up, and the next pitch, and that is taken for a strike. It looked a little bit low. But my goodness. Clemens in scoring position. 4 straight base runners have gotten on for Philadelphia. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out still. And the next pitch, that is way inside. And Rojas had to dodge out of the way of that one. Yohan grounded into a 4-6-3 double play with the bases loaded his last time up in the 4th to end the inning. One out, top of the 6th. And the 1-1 on the way. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. Scooped up by the first baseman. And Rojas dives into first base safely. And Cody Clemens heads on over to third. How about that heads-up play by Johan Rojas? That was hit pretty far towards the right side. And it looked like Jonah Bride had to go a long ways to just go get the baseball. And covering first base, the relief pitcher just could not get back there in time. And Rojas beat him to the punch. So more small ball by Philadelphia. And now Kyle Schwarber is coming up. He's the 7th hitter of the inning. And still 1 out. Be nice to see a Schwarber here. And the pitch to Kyle, and he takes it low and outside for a ball. Kyle's 1 for 3. He had a double down the right field line in his second at-bat of the game. Sandwiched in between 2 strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch. And did it hit Kyle? It's going to get by the catcher as it was way inside. And coming in to score is Clemens. Heading over to second base is Rojas. It's a 2-0 count to Schwarber, but a wild pitch thrown by Veneziano. And now it's 5-0 Philadelphia. Well, we'll certainly take that. Give us some more runs. 2 balls, no strikes to Schwarber. Phillies are parading against Veneziano. And the next pitch to Kyle, swing and a miss. He was trying to swing for the fences on that one and was just late on the fastball. Oh, that would have been so nice. Schwarber's average with runners in scoring position. How about this, man? 279. I mean, that's crazy for him. 2-1 pitch to Schwarber. It's popped up and hit in foul ground. Berger gives it a glance, and it goes into the 5th row and finds the seats. Keep the likes and the subs coming, baby. Let's go. Charge. Schwarber and Bohm are both tied for 4th in RBI in the National League. 5-0 Philadelphia. They've put up 4 runs in this 6th inning, and the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. And Kyle Schwarber has a hat trick of strikeouts today. And there's 2 gone. You know, I know that we're still almost a month away, but you may have to put Cody on the playoff roster, man. Pitch to Trey Turner, and he takes a slider on the inside corner for a strike. Veneziano's ERA, by the way, was at a 4.50. Got called up and is pitching for the first time since April 21st. And the pitch, and that is up high for ball 1. Rojas at second. Turner is the 8th man to bat in this inning. And the 1-1 delivery off the plate for ball 2. The Braves and the Rockies are tied 1-1. Twins beat the Rays today 4-3. I think that the Mets are off tonight. Mariners won 6-4 in Oakland. 2-1 pitch, and that is in the dirt for ball 3. And the count is now 3-1. Thanks, Edward. Appreciate it, man. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Hitters count here to Trey Turner, and Harper waits in the on-deck circle. The 3-1 to Turner on the way, in the air, hit out over to deep center field, and it will be caught just in front of the warning track, the deepest part of the ballpark, as Pache is there, gets under it, and will make the catch. But lightning strikes 4 times for the Phils on a solo homer by Bryson Stott, an RBI double, or a 2-run double by Cody Clemens, and a wild pitch. And the Phillies are up 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Let's go. Harper is playing. Bryce Harper is playing. Is Rising Rhino on right now? Is Rising Rhino on right now? Let's see. If he is, we'll go say hi. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. I would appreciate it. Yep. Let's go say hi. All right. I'm going to copy and paste the link. Here we go. Let's go raid Rising Rhino. Say hi. to the brother.
Got.
There we go.
Okay.
Did not post?
In one league, I'm playing against RC. So I got RC in a league. Let me make sure my roster is set.
There we go.
Yep.
David's
all
there.
Players are
nice.
good to go. Do I want to change anybody in my lineup? No. All right, so I got RC in one league.
Let's go.
And then I got Jay's Beetlejuice in the
Come
other.
on, Rhino. Look at your chat.
Junior as one of your wide receivers. Sweet. What's up, Play by Play with JJ? Coming through with a raid. What's up, JJ? David joining on in. Appreciate
Let's
that,
go,
David.
baby.
Awesome stuff.
Look at my people.
Appreciate the raid.
Get those like numbers up. Come on.
Let's go.
There we go. Larry
JJ.
being a good mod. Love it.
What's up, Bam Man 100?
All right, here we go. Jose Ruiz will pitch the bottom of the sixth here, and the first pitch is fouled away. Good stuff. JJ Raid. Yes, sir. So Ruiz has a 3.77 earned run average and 43 innings of work. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. About a 95-mile-per-hour heater. Good stuff. So we mentioned that Ranger Suarez, his night was done. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Connor Norby. And there's one gone. Just like that. Rangers' night, well, when you look at his line total tonight, he threw 82 pitches. He went 5 innings, surrendered 3 hits and 2 walks, and also had 4 strikeouts, no runs, which is the good thing. Ruiz throws a fastball inside to Jake Berger. .48 total strikes thrown by Ranger tonight. And the next pitch, and that's inside again for ball 2. Ruiz has had a 1.23 ERA and a .89 whip since July 20th. Told you he's been doing pretty good. Pitch on the way, and that's taken for strike 1, just on the inside corner. So bottom of the 6th, and 1 out. Base is empty. 2-1 pitch on the way. Line drive it out over to right field. On the run is Castellanos, and he'll be there to make the grab for out number 2. On a line out to right. So 2 outs. Phillies are half a game behind the Dodgers for the best record in the National League. They're also 2.5 games ahead of the Milwaukee Brewers. So they have a little bit of breathing room. And by the way, they do play the Brewers later on in September. Pitch to Jonah Bride, and he stares at a fastball that's above the zone. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch fouled away for strike 2. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs are down 5-0 in the top of the 8th against the Buffalo Bisons. Clearwater does lead St. Lucie, though, 6-5 in the top of the 7th. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Jose Ruiz struck him out. And another 1-2-3 inning. This time it's by Jose Ruiz, and we head to the top of the 7th, 5-0 Philadelphia at Lone Depot Park. I like Jose Ruiz pitching in the 6th inning. He's shown me now that he can be a good pitcher in clutch spots, really. He's not a 3rd inning or 5th inning guy anymore. I think he's a solid 6th, solid 7th inning guy. I really do. Is Jose Ruiz, Phillies Baseball Talk just posted this on their Twitter page, is Jose Ruiz the most underrated bullpen arm in the league? I don't know about that. I would have to think of other guys who are underrated, but maybe. I don't know. Taking a look at some other MILB scores, the Reading Phillies are down 4-1 against Erie. And the Jersey Shore Blue Claws, how about this, man? They lead the Aberdeen Ironbirds 10-0. They scored 1 run in the first, 4 in the second, another run in the third, and 4 more in the fourth. So with that trajectory, that means that they would have to score 1 in the fifth, 4 in the sixth, and they are away, so they would play the ninth, or they would hit in the ninth as well. So that'd be great. All right. And for some reason, this thing sucks. I can't understand why. Oof. Did we pause anything? That was not good. Here comes Bryce Harper. And the first pitch, he tries to whack that one out of here, but misses it by a mile. And he's behind in the count 0-1. Top of the seventh. In case you're wondering how we got here, Phillies scored 4 runs in the top of the sixth. Then the pitch on the way to Harper, swinging the fly ball, hit out over to deep center field. It'll just stay in the yard, though. And Pache is there to make the catch, and Harper just missed it. Not by much. Stott had an RBI single in the first, and then he hit a solo homer in the top of the sixth. Then Cody Clemens had a 2-run double in the top of the sixth, and the Phillies would add another run on a wild pitch. And Nick Castellanos is coming up to bat. Like and subscribe, folks. Let's get to 41-30. The pitch on the way, and it's taken for a ball. We got 276 people tuning in. How many of you have not hit that subscribe button? I'm sure a couple of you haven't. And the 1-0 pitch, that's taken outside for a ball, too. Axel Lazar is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. Good time to use him. I like that move. And the 2-0 pitch to Castellanos, and he fouls it off. So the count is now 2-1. Turner, Harper, and Castellanos are 0 for 9 combined today. And the pitch to Casty, swing and a miss. But what's interesting is that 5, 6, or 5 to 9, each player has a hit. Stott actually has 2 hits. 2-2, there's a foul ball. Phillies tonight have stranded 6 base runners and are 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Marlins are 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position and have left a total of 4 base runners on. And the pitch. Foul ball towards the left field corner. Three seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 2-2 is fouled away. Marlins have a 26-45 home record. And the pitch, wide for ball 3, and it's a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch on the way inside for ball 4. And Nick Castellanos is aboard for the first time tonight and gets a 1-out walk. football. Everybody's going off on Twitter. 1 out, top of the 7th. And Veneziano's still pitching. He has 30 total pitches. He came on in relief for Adam Oller, who gave up 4 earned runs. Really, 2 were inherited. But still, in 5 1/3, allowed 5 hits, and he had 6 strikeouts. I bet they give the Cy Young to Ohtani. Ohtani hasn't pitched this year, so he's not going to get Cy Young. Stottlemyre is going to go out there to talk things over with Veneziano. I think that's like his 3rd visit out there. Has to be like at least his 2nd. In just the last 2 innings. Mark Stahl has officially announced his retirement from the NHL. How about that, man? 17 seasons for him. Mark Stahl. They just wanted to break that news right as the NFL was starting. The pitch on the way, and there's a strike to Bryson Stott. Stahl's 37 years old and played with the New York Rangers, the Detroit Red Wings, the Florida Panthers, and the Philadelphia Flyers. The pitch on the way to Stott. Ground ball hit over to second, the flip over to shortstop. There's 1. And the throw over to first in time for a 4-6-3 double play. And the inning is over. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 5-0 Phils. Okay. It's by JJ, a sarcasm detector. I can't tell if that was sarcastic or if that was seriously Larry. Just kidding. All right. It's trivia time, baby. Let's go. Bottom of the 7th, you know the drill. You know the drill. It is time for Phillies trivia. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. If you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong or incorrect, you know what you'll hear? You'll hear this. Okay. All right. Here's what I want to know. What year did the Phillies franchise begin? What year? What year did the Phillies franchise begin? What year? Give me a year. Let's see how well you really know your history. What year did the Phillies franchise begin? Don't come all at me at once. 1894. Incorrect. 1885. 1883. Ding, ding, ding. Jane and KGB got it. That is correct. They both got it. Congratulations. Edward says, long before I was born. That is also correct. 100 years before my birthday. I think that you're telling the truth, so that's probably correct. Yes, the Quakers. That is correct. Yes. Well, yeah, they were the Quakers. For 6 years. For 6 years, the pitch. There's a foul ball. Good job, Jane. I thought that was a good day to ask that question. Richard was close, but no cigar. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch on the way. Line drive hit out over to right field. Castellanos on the run, and they'll make the catch over towards the line, and there's 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Lazar is on the bump. Ruiz came in and pitched a 1-2-3 inning for the 6th. So 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. And nobody on base. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. We have a pinch hitter who will take a ball. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. And there is a fly ball drifting out to left field, but it's hooking foul. Griffin Conine is going to be pinch hitting for the Fish. Comes in the pinch hit for Hensley. And the 1-1 delivery was a little bit outside, but it's a called strike. So Max Lazar is pitching. Just mentioned it. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Line drive it out over to left field. Marshall's on the run, and he won't be there to make the catch. It goes all the way over towards the wall. And there is a leadoff standing double hit by Conine on a pinch hit. That's how you pinch hit. And that fastball was just on the upper third towards the chest area. And he smoked that thing out to left. You didn't say you were born in 1983. You said that you were born 100 years before the franchise started, which is 1983, but you didn't put it that way. The pitch, and there is a 1-0 count. I'm on one tonight, man. I don't know what got into me today. And the pitch, and that thing just got caught in between the backstop and the netting. It was a foul ball. Stowers batting .306 with runners in scoring position. And has hit 4 homers. 1-1 delivery, check swing. There's no need to appeal. He went around. Is he Jeff Conine's son? That's a really good question. Griffin Conine? I don't think so. 1-2 pitch. Grounder. Rolled over towards the right side. Stott has it. Flips it over to first. And there's out number 2. However, the Griffin Conine heads on over to third. Now it's Christian Pache coming up. Oh, yeah. That is his son. Yeah. How about that? There's Griffin. There's Tucker. And then he has a daughter named Sierra. I didn't know that. The pitch. It's a 0-1 count. Griffin Conine. I did not know that was his son. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, and that is in the dirt for a ball. Yep, that's his son. Attended Pinecrest High School in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Actually, batted .341 with 8 homers and 27 RBI in his senior year. And was selected by the Miami Marlins as the 31st round pick of the 2015 draft, but didn't sign and played for the Duke Blue Devils. That's funny because he came to the Marlins years after that. The pitch on the way. Line drive, hit back up the middle for a base hit. So Conine will score. And there is a base hit by Jesus Sanchez, who pinch hits for Christian Pache. So Sanchez was able to put the ball in a good spot. And, well, Sanchez is the one that gets the RBI single. And Fortes is coming up. And he takes a strike on the outside corner for strike one. Max Lazar allowed his first 2 earned runs his last outing, and that was against the Braves. It was on the 30th. And the 0-1 pitch, check swing. Did he go? And they say no over at first. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. Mod Squad, how many likes do we have? Give us a count. Fortes at the plate. Lazar on the bump. And the pitch. It's a curveball that's taken on the inside corner for strike 2. Pirates now have a 9-3 lead against the Nationals. The pitch on the way, swung on backhanded by Stott. He almost bobbled it. The throw over to first, not in time, as Fortes beat it out, and he is in pain. He's running down the right field line. He stumbled on the base, and he is not looking good. He's hobbling a little bit. And first base coach John Jay is like, "Are you okay?" He hustled. Did he trip over the bag? Yes, and when he landed on the bag with his left foot, sort of at the hip level, oh yeah, he landed a little bit awkwardly. He did. So I think that they're going to rule that as an infield single, even though Stott had a little bobble for a quick second. Fortes is squatting and getting checked out by the trainers. Showing Bryson Stott right now. I'm just wondering if they're going to rule that as a base hit or if that's an error. No need to review this because he was safe. So they rule it as an infield single. 2 runners on and 2 outs, and we're still in the bottom of the 7th inning. And top of the lineup coming up, it'll be Xavier Edwards. We're looking at this again. Yeah, there's no doubt about it that he's safe. They're just showing the replay of Fortes tripping. He'll stay in the game. Now it's Xavier Edwards batting on the left side, who stares at the strike at 94 miles per hour. If you guys want to become members, all you got to do is click on the link that's down below in the description. It's also here on the live chat as well. 0-1 pitch, and that is bunted over towards the mound, and the throw over to first to get Edwards is just in time. Tried to surprise the defense, and Edwards not able to do so there. Nice throw by Max Lazar, and the inning is over. The Marlins do get 1 run back on an RBI base hit by Jesus Sanchez. And we head to the top of the 8th inning. The Phillies are up 5-1 against the Fish. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off. I will be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Hit that like button, baby, and hit that subscribe button. All right? We'll see JT, Marsh, and Clemens coming up when they return. Michael's here. What else? Or who else is here? Three Step is here. What's going on, guys? How you all doing? Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on and for hitting that like button and for hitting that subscribe button as well. In case you are wondering, all right, the Chiefs and Ravens just got started. The Ravens have the football. So that game just got started. I don't know why Verizon is doing this thing, but it's just playing with me right now, and it's really annoying. It really is. It's not Verizon itself. It's really just an ad that's on ESPN for Verizon, so it's really annoying me. But anyhow, regardless, so Xavier Curry is going to be pitching for the Marlins. I don't know what ESPN has going on, but it's like this bug. And the pitch on the way to JT Realmuto is taken for strike one. So Conine comes in to play right field. We'll get you some other defensive adjustments in just a little bit. The 0-1 pitch, that's away for ball one. Conine's in right, and Sanchez is in left, and Stowers moves over to center field. And the next pitch is in the dirt for ball two. Make sure I get that correct on my scorecard. Center field to left field. And then Conine's in right. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Swing and a miss on the four-seamer that was high. And it's now a 2-2 count. What's up, Liz? Top of the eighth. Nobody on. And the 2-2 on the way. JT did go around on the breaking ball. And has some words with Nate Tomlinson behind the dish. That's a word I got to use more, behind the dish. So he's down on strikes for the first time today. Oh, he certainly did go. Absolutely. One gone in the eighth, and now it's Brandon Marsh's turn. Marsh batting and is 1 for 2 today. Fouls off the first pitch. His average is at 253, 14 homers, 51 RBI as well. Has been doing a much better job for the Phils. Mark, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it, my guy. And the next pitch, and that is now a 1-1 count. Bro, Ruben has no idea what he's talking about. That's why you should listen to Play-by-Play with JJ. He has every single idea of what he's talking about, so. 1-1. That's high and outside for ball two. I'm telling y'all should just listen to me. Know exactly what I'm talking about. 2-1 pitch. Oh, it's a little bit outside. Come on, ump. Tomlinson calls that a strike. What are you doing? Two and two. Xavier Curry is on the bump. And he kicks and fires. And throws it low and in. Curry's ERA is at a 5.27. He's 26 years old. He also has 17 strikeouts this season and a 1.26 whip as well. 3-2. And there's a pop-up hit out over towards the third base side. Berger gets over towards the netting and makes the grab. Holy moly. And Brandon Marsh fouls out. That was not easy. I listened to you, JJ, but you keep giving me the wrong Powerball numbers. Well, I'm sorry, but That is incorrect. Two outs and the pitch. And there's a fastball at the kneecaps on the outside. Corner for strike one. Can I interest you in in 51? 0-1 pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out over to right field. It's carrying. It's going back over towards the track. It'll stay in the yard, though, and Hensley is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Phils. Then we head to the bottom of the eighth. It's still 5-1 Philadelphia. Bro, if he would have hit a home run there, I would have just walked off because that was, like, awful timing. All right. Should have taken that mountain, man. It's all good. It happens. Bottom of the eighth. I wanted to turn that off. I'm not really going to have too much to say after this game. This is like one of those games where I really don't have a whole lot to say, and I kind of want to go. I want to go out and watch. I want to go watch the football game with some friends at the bar. So that's what we're gonna go do. No, you wouldn't. No, who wouldn't? Oh no, I wouldn't have the Powerball numbers. Well, who does? KGB. I was wondering that if the Mets. If it's the Mets, then we can knock the Braves out of the playoff picture for the moment. Well, the magic number still goes down. That's how it works because the Braves have a better record than the Mets do, so it still goes down anyway. The magic number to clinch over the Braves is 17, and it's 16 for the Mets, so yes. I think that I have that correct. All right. Bottom of the eighth. Marlins are down to their final 6 outs. We will not be doing tomorrow night's game. Just want to make sure I make that clear. We're going to be doing the Birds game tomorrow night instead. Phillies will send Zach Wheeler out there on the mound, and they'll be facing Edward Cabrera. The pitch, swing and a miss. So Ryan Kirkering is going to go out there to pitch the bottom of the eighth, and he is now the 4th pitcher utilized today by Philadelphia. Connor Norby takes a ball, and the count is 1-1. JJ, if we win and the Braves lose, then they're tied with the Mets, correct? So the magic number for clinching the division goes down to 16. Right now, the magic number is at 17. Oh, yeah, then it would go down to 15 if the Phillies win. Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kirkering is 2-0 over his last 10 appearances, but what makes that record better is that he also has a .87 ERA. And the pitch on the way sails low and outside. Ravens strike first. Was it Zay Flowers? 3-2 pitch. Line drive caught over at shortstop by Trey Turner. And within a flash, there's 1 out. Okay. Comes Jay Berger. Check swing. Did he go? And first base umpire says yes, he did. Mod Squad, how many likes do we have? Let us know. 270 people tuning in. 0-1 is the count to Jake Berger. He's leading the team in homers and in RBI. And the pitch. Line drive it back up the middle for a base hit. Berger's thinking about going over to second base. The throw is not in time. He extended a single into a double with one out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Just going to mention that Berger this season, facing the Phillies heading into today, was 9 for 38. Had a good hustle play there, can't lie. Now it's Jonah Bride, and he takes a strike at 98 miles per hour. Bride singled and walked. He's 28 years old. Takes the next pitch for strike 2. He's batting .220 with runners in scoring position, with 3 homers and 21 RBI. And the 0-2 pitch. It's low and away for a ball. Can't wait for Birds tomorrow night. We'll be doing that game. If the Braves get a run back, do they put in the Stevez? Well, do the Phillies score in the top of the 9th? Don't forget about that. 1-2, and that's taken down low again for ball 2. And the 2-2 pitch on the outside corner, called strike 3. And Orion Kirkering with his first K tonight. And there's 2 gone. Mr. Suarez, how you doing, man? What's going on, sir? Thank you so much for popping by. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Got a Trey Turner shirt on tonight, Mr. Suarez. Got to support Trey Turner, the pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball. Otto Lopez is in the box. He's 0 for 3 with 2 fielder's choice, ground outs, and a line out as well. And the Kirkering fires the 1-0. It's a sweeper that is on the inside corner for a strike. Not going to lie, I forgot Derrick Henry was on the Ravens, says KGB. Got him in fantasy. 1-1. Ground ball hit over to third. Scooped up, and the throw is way over Harper's head from Wes Wilson, and another run is going to come on in to score. So that makes it 5-2. And there's going to be an error over at third, by Cody Clemens, not Wes Wilson. So that's an E5. And Lopez gets aboard. Well, thanks, KGB, for bringing up the 5-2 scenario. The pitch. And there's a strike taking the .09. The ball is 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch, check swing. He went around, says the third base umpire. Jenny, thank you so much for subscribing. KGB, that's your fault. It's your fault. You brought it up in the first place. 0-2 pitch. And there's a bouncer that's fouled away. So as we mentioned before, Griffin Conine is one of the sons of Jeff Conine. 0-2. That is wide for a ball. Jeff, of course, was a 2-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion as well. Made a name out of himself with playing for the Florida Marlins, not once but twice. He was also a Philly and a Kansas City Royal, a Baltimore O twice as well. And he played for the Reds and the Mets. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And the inning is over. And Orion Kirkering gets a strikeout. And that's how the inning comes to an end. So 1 run on the E5 provided by Cody Clemens, and we head to the top of the 9th. It's 5-2 Philadelphia. $264 people tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you for tuning into this game. Again, just want to remind you all that we will not be doing the Phillies game tomorrow night. We got the Birds. All right, we'll be doing the Eagles game. They take on the Packers. Really excited about that. Should be a fun one. Hopefully the weather's nice. It's supposed to be nice. RG Energy is here. Hello, friends, he says. Hello, RG Energy. Right back at you. Let's go. Wait, what did I do? I had the stream turned down for a second. Exactly. You said that if it's 5-2, well, are they going to bring in Carlos Estevez? And guess what? That's what they're doing. So you're the one that brought it up in the first place, so it's your fault. Gotta listen. Gotta listen if I call you out. You never know what you're going to miss. All right. Top of the 9th. Phillies lead at 5-2. In case you're wondering how we got here, ladies and gentlemen, well, Bryson Stott had an RBI single in the top of the first. And then the Phillies tacked on 4 runs in the top of the 6th. First on a solo homer by Bryson Stott. Then they got a 2-run double from Cody Clemens. And a wild pitch was thrown by Veriziano. So, top of the 9th, and now it's Yohan Rojas who's due up to bat. He's 1 for 3. Maldonado is going to pitch, and he throws one that's in the dirt for a ball. Rojas singled in the 6th and also stole a base as well. Anthony Maldonado, the 26-year-old from Wellington, Florida, on the bump. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Maldonado's earned run average sits at 5.79. He's only faced the Phillies once this season, and he lasted a third of an inning and gave up 2 runs on 2 hits. 1-1, and Rojas shows bunt here. Bunts it down over towards the third base side. Barehanded by Berger. Throw over to first just in time. And Rojas is out. Nice try, but a good recognition by Jake Berger. GB says, what did I do? Oh, shoot, and before that I said Lazar had to keep it scoreless. Yeah, that's your fault. It's your fault, man. Here comes Kyle Schwarber. And the pitch to Schwarber, and he'll cue this one over towards the mound. Throw over to first in time, and there's 2 up, 2 down. Just like that. It's a little excuse me swing from Schwarber. So, if that's his last time up, he went 1 for 5 today with 3 strikeouts, a double, and a ground out. Trey Turner is 0 for 3 today, but he did walk back in the first and takes a strike at the knees. Turner's average sits at .297, which is 3rd best in the National League. Maldonado kicks and delivers, and there's a high bouncer hit over towards the visitor's dugout. It's a foul ball. Tanner Banks and Matt Strahm will be warming up, 2 lefties. So no Estevez. Interesting enough. Base is empty, 2 outs in the 0-2 delivery. And that sails low. 14 more subs so we get to 4130. Let's keep it going. And the 1-2 to Trey. Popped up and hit over towards shallow left field. The shortstop calls everyone off as he backpedals onto the grass and makes the grab. Turner got way underneath that, and the side is retired. So Xavier Edwards squeezes it for out number 3. Last chance for the Marlins as the Phillies are looking to extend their winning streak to 5 games in a row. Can they do it? That is the question. We go to the bottom of the 9th. All right. Okay, I'll go 8-2 tomorrow night. What does that mean, 8-2? 8-2 is the final score for tomorrow night's game. All right. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scores now. The Pirates lead at 9-3 against the Washington Nationals. The Rockies are up 3-1 with 2 runners on base in the top of the 8th and 1 out. And that's against the Atlanta Braves. Rangers have a 3-1 lead against the Halos in the top of the 4th. It's in Arlington. The Twins, they won earlier today 4-3 against the Tampa Bay Rays. Padres have a 3-0 advantage in the bottom of the 2nd, still pretty early. Reds shut out the Astros today 1-0. Mariners were victorious against the Oakland Athletics at Oakland Coliseum. 6-4 was the final score there. And the Arizona Diamondbacks lost to the San Francisco Giants 3-2. That was the final score there. The Dodgers and the Mets and the Brewers do not play tonight. So the Phillies have a chance to tie the Dodgers for best record in the National League if they get the next 3 outs. So Strom will come on in the pitch. He's 2 for 8 in save opportunities. Got his 2nd save of the season when the Phillies came back and beat the Jays. He did allow a homer with 2 outs in that 9th inning, but nonetheless, the save was recorded. JJ said shutout tomorrow. I didn't say shutout tomorrow. Well, I just said those words now because you typed it and I read it, so maybe I technically did say it. But it wasn't my thought. All right, bottom of the 9th. Kyle Stowers is up to bat. 5-2, Philadelphia. Remember, they take on the Marlins tomorrow night. The game will begin at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time. The first pitch, Stowers holds his horses and takes a slider in the dirt. That's Strom's numbers. We'll get that to you in just a few moments. He has a 2.18 earned run average. 1 ball, no strikes in the pitch, and that is taken for a strike. Did I say shutout tomorrow? Maybe I did. I'll have to go back to the tape. Sometimes I forget what I say on here. JJ, you said shutout tomorrow. 1-1, and there's a strike right at the knees. Time called by Kyle Stowers. I see what you did there. Strom gets it above the letters, looks back over at first. And the 1-2 pitch, fly ball, hit out over to left field, and Marsh will track it down with ease and make the grab for out number 1. No, that was for today. Scott Francie is doing play-by-play on NBC tomorrow. Yeah, you know why? Because Tom McCarthy is doing Westwood 1, so there you go. I don't know if you could hear that or if you have me muted, but yeah, if somebody could tell him that, I'd appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much, Phil Glass. Appreciate you. The pitch on the way to Sanchez. Grounder hit over towards the right side. has it, throws it over to first, and there's 2 gone. And the Marlins are down to their final out. All right. Fortes is coming up to bat. No, I appreciate it, man. Y'all are busting my chops. I love it. And the first pitch, the Fortes, and that is taken for a strike. Nick Fortes has walked once and has singled twice in this game. He's the last out. 0-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2 right down the hatch. And the Marlins are down to their final strike. Strom has 68 strikeouts on the season. All the Philly fans that travel to Miami, well, they stand up. And the 0-2 pitch on the way just fouled off in and out of the glove. Would have been really tough for JT to catch that. And Fortes stays alive. Where can I go streaming for the NFL now? Somebody, if they can drop the Rise and Rhino link down below, I'd appreciate that. We'll be doing the Eagles game tomorrow night. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball, foul ball towards the third base dugout, and we'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch, here it is. Swing and a miss. And the Phillies are now tied with the Dodgers for the best record in the National League as the Phillies get their 5th win in a row and start the series off against the Marlins with a bang. Ring the bell. The Philadelphia Phillies win. Let's go. First. Feels good. Feels good, man. Back in first. It's like we never lost it. Tied with the Dodgers. Let's go. Love it. Braves are currently down, by the way, 3-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. So that means if the Phillies won, if the Braves lose, then the magic number for the NL East goes down to 15. 15. So that's got to be nice. It's got to feel really nice. They're now 7.5 games above the Braves and 8 games above the Mets. So Phillies' magic number to win the NL East is now at 16, but if the Braves lose, then it's down to 15. So good stuff. Not really much to say after that win. Ranger looked pretty good today. I was happy to see him pitch. I was also happy that Rob didn't overdo it. Nice to see Bryson Stott have a couple of really nice swings. I mentioned before that he's a Marlins killer. Big RBI single in that first inning to put them up. And then he had that nice solo homer to really start a little trend in that 6th inning. So that was nice. Cody Clemens had another really nice hit down the left field line. That was cool. Love the hustle from Johan Rojas being at an infield single. That was nice. Yeah, good win. Nothing really too much else to say after that. I like the bullpen with Jose Ruiz coming in, pitching that 6th inning. Lazard did okay. He hasn't really been too strong in his last couple of outings, but it was a good day to use him. Kerkering did well in the 8th. I liked that idea today. I thought Rob pressed the right buttons. I did. I thought that his ball club was ready. They're hot now, and they should easily continue to feast off of their winning streak, and tomorrow should be an easy win for them. It really should be. So, nothing too much else to say after that. But anyhow, good job by the Phils. Really good job. Marsh put up some good at-bats too. I think that he's coming around. That's a good sign for him. He's been getting on base. He's been walking more, which is really nice. JT has been hitting the ball pretty well. The only thing I don't like is that Bryce is just continuing to struggle. And the only thing I'm going to say about that is I think you got to sit him. I really do. I've been sort of on that trend right now. I think now's the time where you rest up Bryce Harper. So that's the only thing that I did not like today. Ranger looked a little bit shaky at first. His velocity was down, and then he sort of found his groove and then did a lot better and had a really nice play on the mound as well. So, one word to describe that one before we sign off. William, yes, they're winnable games this month. 182 likes, that's good. Bada bada bee. Bada bing, bada boom. That's all, folks. Yes. Gotta go, JJ. I'll be back tomorrow for the Birds game. Thanks so much for the call tonight. Thank you. All right, I appreciate you all very, very much. Roll out the tarp. Get the brooms. Love it. He needs to rest for a series. I agree. I think you need to sit him down tomorrow. So, all right, Lala's over, everybody. I'll catch you all on the next one. Again, no Phillies baseball tomorrow night from us. We're going to be doing the Birds game. We'll be back for the Phillies on Saturday. All right. Wish me luck on my Birds call. If you're not going to be tuning in, I need some luck. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Just kidding. That was a joke. I'm so ready. All right. Catch you all for the Birds tomorrow. And for those of you that won't be there, I'll see you on Saturday for the Phils. All right. Love you all to death. Lala Tova, everybody. Have a good night. And I will catch you all on the next one.